how are they going to go about, and I don't know if that's been decided, specifically choosing, nursing over engineering, over journalism? I mean, these are all major programs, a lot of interest, obviously, and they are draws to the university for students who are graduating and say, I want to be a reporter, or I want to be a nurse, or what have you. How do you go about deciding? How is this team going to do that?
Well, first of all, it's a great question. I want to thank you for noting that the programs that were on that list are a number of very high-quality, high-need programs in this state. They provide healthcare professionals, they provide economic development, they provide entertainment. These are good programs. So when it comes to cutting, this is going to be an incredibly difficult task. We have set up a series of procedures in an initial round of considerations by a joint evaluation process. And that process laid out a number of criteria. For example, the academic reputation of the program, the number of students that were served, the number of PhDs graduated, the number of majors the students had, the grant funding and the scholarship levels that the program had. It's our intention to maintain our core of nationally recognized programs. There are programs in that list that are nationally ranked and that are incredible programs that I don't think any sensible university would want to lose. I believe that some of those will sort quickly, and then we're going to have to get down to some very, very difficult decisions.
Let's say that there's a decision to cut an engineering program for whatever reason, and barring more budget catastrophe, will there be an effort to try to regain some of these programs down the line? Is that already part of the thinking?
No. We're looking right now at the wind down of a program, and unless someone steps in the next biennium and makes a very significant change in our budget, I doubt that any of the programs slated for elimination will be returned to our university. We're looking at a time when, in a region that's experienced recession, we're about to lose arms and legs.
You also mentioned briefly this possibility of a miraculous revenue source coming in. How realistic is that? And let's say there is some money that comes in. I mean, what do you do then? Do you reverse some of the thinking, or what happens?
If there's enough time to unwind whatever we've done, we'll certainly try. But again, part of what we're doing right now is talking about a different paradigm for how we fund higher education. And if we don't get a formula that defends high-quality programs and high-value degrees, upper division degrees, bachelor's degrees in engineering, science, and other high-demand areas, and graduate degrees, then we're going to have to really take a serious look at not continuing programs. So the bottom line is that we need to make sure when we cut a program that we can afford to lose it, because we're not just crying wolf. If funding changes dramatically, sure, we'd look at what we were doing, but I think you're going to see we change how we do business here, and that the sequelae of budget cuts and the anticipation of future budget cuts could make this an annual exercise, and I find that really depressing, and it's very sad for our state.
That doesn't happen. And then finally, and I know you touched on this here at the podium, but with respect to those students who are in courses, who are looking forward to graduating with a certain degree, talk to us about how that will be handled. Obviously, there's some consideration if you're a junior or senior or just starting out.
I would anticipate that juniors and seniors will be given a reasonable time to complete. Students who haven't quite achieved upper division status will certainly have more challenges. What I mentioned in the talk that I gave today is that we're going to put all of the advising resources we know how to in the way of these students to help them reconsider their career paths if they're in freshman or sophomore levels, and maybe to help cobble together a degree that will serve their career goals.
Very nice, sir. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good to meet you in person.
Appreciate it. Yep.